As America marks 250 years, the Railways Supply Institute reflects on how innovation in rail has helped shape the nation's past, power its present, and drive its future. For 200 years, rail has been the backbone of America, fueling the Industrial Revolution. Whether through manufacturing components of this mighty machine, shipping goods across the developing country, or becoming a primary mode of transportation, rail has impacted all aspects of the U.S. economy.
If you look at history, it's not just products that were carried efficiently, but people, right? When you think about prior to highway networks being completed, the way that you traveled and you met with, suppliers, customers throughout the country was by train. So people traveling by train was a way of life before highways and modern infrastructures like air travel. So rail was a cornerstone to the building of this country.
Back in 1869, the focus was around safe air brake equipment, making the possibility for trains to operate safer, more efficiently by being longer and being able to, do more in a very safe manner. So by being able to make the rail transportation sector safer, more efficient, ability to haul more productively, that encouraged the linkage of cities and towns across the large American landscape to be able to move those goods and services, whether it's bulk goods like grain and coal and things like that, or now intermodal traffic today from West Coast to East Coast. Really, these technologies have helped provide that efficient linkage of the capacity to move these durable goods.
This efficiency continued into the 20th century.
In about 1941, the owner of the company at that time, Charlie Simmons, was appointed by the War Production Board by Franklin Delano Roosevelt, and he became what they called at the time a $1-a-year man. And he had the idea after the bombing of Pearl Harbor, when the majority of the Pacific Fleet was destroyed, that we could get the fleet operational faster if we not only built new machine tools to make the components to go into the new ships, but if we remanufactured or re-engineered older machine tools, we could reduce the timeline to restore the fleet. And he was a key component of that production board. And in about 1944, 1945, the company received an award from the Department of Defense, what they call the E Award. I think the Secretary of Defense and Secretary of the Navy came here to Albany to make that presentation of the award. If you look at really railways and weapons manufacturing, those were really the first two industries where you brought together component suppliers, equipment suppliers to make those components, and operators, and they all had to work in tight coordination. And that really led to early standardization of manufactured components. Rail really made it possible, I think, when you look at it historically, to separate production from consumption geographically, right? But it also created these national supply chains long before the interstate highway system or aviation hub and spoke system. So really, most U.S. cities owe their relevance to being rail connected first.
And indeed, many modern cities owe their physical and economic growth to the progress of the rail industry. Through technological development, trains became safer and more efficient, laying the groundwork for the America we know today.